Well, what is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to A Therapeutic Edge. It is very nice to have you here today. I have got something on the table that makes me very happy, and you might like it too, so let's take a look. Those of you who have been around the knives for a little bit, or you're already doing this, know automatically what this is. This is the Iridium, but this is the original Iridium. This is my favorite Iridium in fancier materials. So what's this? Well, it's not a button lock. Nope. I mean, it is technically. This is the Auto Iridium. This is the Launch. Now, Kershaw's Launch Series goes back a long time. They are fantastic knives. They are made in the USA. They are usually aluminum. For a long time, they were CPM 154 or 154 CM. This is MagnaCut, aluminum, auto, and it's a great knife. But if you've seen my other reviews on the original Iridiums, I don't need to do a big long thing here. I'm just going to say this. This thing's 170 bucks, which puts it competitively priced with the fancy Iridium. And if you live in a place where you can carry an auto, yeah, this is the one to get. I mean, I love this, don't get me wrong, but there's just something so satisfying about the Launch Series and the way they snap. It's got a really nice deep carry clip. It's got a nice backspacer. Beyond that, it's basically the Iridium. So let's knock out some basic specs for those of you that haven't seen the other videos. It is just at 8 inches overall. You were talking about 3.5 inches of that MagnaCut steel. You get a little less than 3.5 inches of cutting, but not much. Grip area, we're coming at 3 3/4, which is perfect for me, right? I come right to the very end. This flat, you can move up to work with this knife this way if you want to. You want to be careful though. Kershaw did a fantastic job on the grind. It's nicely done. There is nothing in the way of the plunge or the cut. The pivot is very similar, right? You can see over here, right, they've got kind of a nice pivot that's only got a screw on, you know. But these, they kept this same shape, but they put the screw hole on that side. I think they do that to keep it locked down because it is an auto. The closed length of the Iridium remains 4.5 inches, and at its widest, we are shy of 1.5 inches. These do not chew up a ton of your pocket, but you get a lot of cutting. It's a really nice blade. I love the shape on this thing. This logo on all of the Kershaw knives, and ZT as well, it's a Kai thing, means this was in-house design. You can see it's here on the fancy Iridium, and over here as well on the sort of bone stock bog standard Iridium. $50-something, $180, $170. You just can't go wrong with these things. For years, I have been a Kershaw fan. Back when I was just a kid going camping, we'd stop at Big Five or another sporting goods store, and I'd grab myself a Kershaw folding knife for the camping trip. Now, at 20 bucks, which is what they were back then, it's not like I thought it was going to last me forever. And hey, I was a kid. I was hard on my tools. But I never got over that interest in Kershaw. To see them doing fun and cool things like this just makes me very happy. Let's do some size comparisons. One of the more obvious comparisons, just in knives, remains the Benchmade 940. Now the difference is, of course, is that even the fancy version of the Iridium is cheaper than a 940. But as you can see, they are very similar in length. I prefer the cutting that you can do with the Iridium style blade, although, let's face it, the 940 is a really nice knife. For those of you farther into the budget end of things, here it is. It's a Rat Model 2, as you can see. Iridium smaller than that. Oh, what do we have on the table that's fun? Oh, just for giggles. Here it is against the Cold Steel Engage with their Atlas lock. Just because. Now, this is brilliant. This is good marketing. For people that don't have a lot of money to invest in knives or don't want to, there's the original version. For people that want to spend a little bit more money but don't live in a place where autos are available, there is the fancy version. These are a little harder to come by, but that's okay. And now this. If you want a really good side-fire auto knife that's not going to break the bank in a design that will serve you exceptionally well, grab one of these. I got mine from Kershaw Guy, KershawGuy.com. I will go ahead and post a link in the description where you can find one of your own if you'd like. I just think it's a great knife, and I thought you'd want to take a look. If you have any questions about any of the Iridiums, feel free to ask down in the comments below. If you have any questions about any of my knives, also feel free to ask down in the comments below. And on that note, we're going to wrap up this really short sort of overview. Oh, the serial number, in case you're curious, is the 7038. You can actually search for Kershaw's by that number, and it'll bring it up for you. I hope you've enjoyed this look at the new Launch Iridium. I know. I'm glad to own it, and I think you would be too. I appreciate you. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next time.